A new study shows nearly 2 million people in LA are at risk for facing food insecurity.
And we can do something about it. LA County is launching a holiday food campaign to help fight hunger, and we are happy to hear that. The county's food branch director, Gary Gero, joins us live this morning. Very good to see you, and thanks a lot for being with us.
Good morning.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right, so can you tell us about the Here for the Holidays campaign?
Yeah, we want to make sure that during this time, if people are hungry, they get the food resources they need. The county's been working hard since the pandemic began to provide food resources, but we know that during the holidays in particular, it's a difficult time for folks. So we launched the Here for the Holidays campaign to allow people who would ordinarily go out and volunteer, say, at rescue missions, to be able to donate food or their time or money just by going to our LA County website. So we're happy to try to get out food to about 100,000 individuals this holiday season.
And Gary, let's talk about the need for help. We're in a pandemic. So many people have lost jobs. And there was a recent USC study about hunger rates during the pandemic. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. That was work that we started early on with USC in order to understand exactly who were the most vulnerable in terms of food insecurity, who was going hungry. And what we discovered was that the most food insecure populations were young people, actually, ages 18 to 30, young adults, Black and Latinx, usually but not always with a family. And in some cases, they had reported that over the past week, they had actually skipped a meal due to the lack of resources. And so a lot of our efforts have been targeting that specific population to make sure we're getting food and food resources into their hands. And one of the most important ways that people can get help is through the CalFresh program, which is a monthly cash benefit program. We've been encouraging people, if you've lost your job, if your income has been reduced because of COVID, go to lacounty.gov, sign up for CalFresh, and you can receive several $100s a month to help you with groceries.
Oh, that is good information, and I hope people are taking note of that. But you think about the kids, you mentioned the kids and children who are mostly impacted by this and trying to learn on an empty stomach and how tough that could be. How has LA County been responding to the need for food?
We've had to launch a number of programs. One is we've partnered with the LA Regional Food Bank, and we've now distributed food resources at more than 50 events around the county. Almost 6 million pounds of food we've put into people's trunks, probably some 80,000, 85,000 households who've benefited by this program. And we're out there 3 times a week. We're using our library staff and our park staff who ordinarily would be working in the parks or the libraries, but those are closed. And so they're working to put food in people's trunks. We also had to pivot. Older adults are also a vulnerable population, and we would ordinarily have people coming to our senior centers, our community centers, to get a free lunch. Of course, we can't do that now, and so we've had to pivot an entire program to deliver meals at home, and there's more than 30,000 seniors who are getting home-delivered meals every day through the county's programs.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. So if people are watching and they need help, you mentioned lacounty.gov. How about if people want to help and pitch in to help?
The same thing. You can go to that website and go into the food portal. It's right on the front page of the lacounty.gov website. If you go into the food portal, there's 2 sides. One is to get help and one is to give help. And if you want to give help, there's ways you can donate food, you can donate money, you can donate your time. If you want to help out by going into, say, the food bank and packing up food boxes, they're taking volunteers.
All right, Gary, before we go, can we just say how grateful we are to you? I know you do it with a team, and you got a lot of people who are working, but just thank you for what you're doing for our community. We really appreciate that, and it's good to have you on. Yeah.
And important.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I always say if you're working in government during a crisis, you want to be helpful. So I'm glad to be part of the solution.
Oh, I like that. I
Yes.
wish a lot of people thought like you.
I know,
All right, Gary,
great way to
thank you very
live.
much. Yeah.
For more information on LA County's Here for the Holidays social campaign and Let's Feed LA County, go to our website, cbsla.com, and click Seen on TV.